All right, let's dive into one of the biggest, most important decisions any artist has got to make, signing that management deal. If you get the commission structure wrong, it can seriously cost you for years and years. So let's break down what you absolutely positively need to know so you don't get burned.
I'm sure you've heard this number thrown around a million times, 20%. For decades, that was sort of the gold standard, the high end for the best managers. But honestly, in today's music industry, you should see that number less as a goal and way more as a big flashing warning sign.
So what's the deal? Why is 20% suddenly a red flag? Well, to really get it, we need to take a step back and look at where this number even came from in the first place.
So here's what things kind of look like now. If you're an artist just getting started, somewhere between 10 and 15% is pretty common and, totally fair. Now, if you've got a full-service manager who is truly hands-on with everything, yeah, that might creep up closer to that 20% mark. But anything, and I mean anything, over 20%, that should be a major red flag, and they better have a really, really good reason for it.
But listen, the percentage is only half the battle. It is just as important, maybe even more important, to know what that percentage is being taken from. And what are they taking that commission from? Well, pretty much every dollar you earn that's connected to your art. We're talking music sales, streaming money, all your tour revenue, those big brand deals and sponsorships, any publishing advances, and yep, even the money from the t-shirts you sell at your shows. Okay, as important as that percentage is, there are other sneaky things hiding in your contract that can end up being way more costly. So let's look past the percentage for a second and talk about the contract terms themselves. Just imagine for a second, you sign a deal with a 15% commission. Sounds pretty fair, right? But what if that contract is for 5 years and it renews automatically? You could literally be trapped in a bad relationship long after it stopped helping you. Remember, your time is your most valuable asset. Okay, this might be the single most important contract term that nobody ever talks about, the sunset clause. So what is it? A sunset clause makes sure that a manager you're no longer with still gets paid on the deals they set up for you, but, and this is key, only for a limited time. It lets their commission gracefully fade out, right off into the sunset. Without this, a former manager could be collecting a check on your hard work forever. Seriously. Whew. Okay, we have covered a lot. But the big question is, how do you actually put this all into practice? Look, these are your non-negotiables. You need to get crystal clear answers on every single one. What exactly are they taking a piece of? Is it gross or is it net? How long am I locked in for? Does this thing auto-renew? And what does that sunset clause look like? If you don't get clear, confident answers to these questions, you walk away. It's that simple.